In this video, I'll demonstrate how to use the Ruckus Cloud Analytics tool to export top client and session inventory.csv reports and the user menu to export unique client user.csv reports using the Ruckus Cloud Wi-Fi Portal with a computer browser user interface. Customers can now use the Ruckus Cloud Wi-Fi Analytics and filtering option to customize and export the top client and session inventory reports and the Users menu to export unique client data as .csv files for record keeping. Two analytic categories can be exported: top clients by traffic and session inventory. Unique user client information can be exported under the User menu. The reports that are exported are client properties, events history, historical statistics, information access, session history, and top 10 applications by traffic volume. So you might ask, well, why would you want to do this? Some of the examples would be record keeping of logs for legal uses, analysis of network usage, determining whether additional security measures or bandwidth may be needed, finding the network-heavy users, and helping to find assets that may have been stolen or lost by searching for MAC addresses or host name, and many other reasons as well. So from the dashboard, I'm going to go to the Analytics tab, and I'm going to click on Top Clients by Traffic. This will take a little time to populate. And we have some filters across the top. So by default, it's last 7 days, but it could be last 24 hours or 30 days. All venues are selected. You could pick select venues. All APs, or you could go to unique APs, all networks or specific networks, all radios by default, or you could pick a 2.4 or 5 gigahertz band. And then we have the top 10 clients. So if I click on that, you can see we can do the top 10, top 20, top 50, or top 100 clients. So I'll leave it at the default. And then if we want to export that, we click on Export. And we can choose the current view, which is the top 10. And if I had selected the top 20, that's what you would see here. Or you could pick on all the clients in the defined scope. So we're going to go with the top 10 clients. We're going to export that. We'll give it a location to save. And it's going to download that file. And now we're going to open that file up. And as you can see, it's in a .csv format. So let's go ahead and space things out a little bit to make it a little bit easier to read. And maybe 25 here. And we'll space that out. You could highlight a few of these rows just to make things a little easier to read. So here we have it. This is the top 10 clients. So we list the MAC address, the host name, username, IP address, the OS, the sessions. We can bring that in a little bit. And we could scroll to the right here. And we have total traffic. So it starts with the heaviest user down to the lowest user of the top 10. This is the traffic to the client, and this is the traffic from the client. So this is just an example of exporting the top 10 clients. Let's go back to our dashboard. And this time we'll do the session inventory. Go back. And this time, let's go ahead and export session inventory. Here again, you've got the various filter parameters up here that you can slice and dice things the way you want to. So we'll just go ahead and take the default, which is everything that's listed here. And we're going to go to export. This will be the session inventory. So it lists it here, session inventory. It gets the dates. We're going to go ahead and save that. And we'll go ahead and open that up. And once again, you can see that it's in a .csv format, a little hard to read. So we can go ahead and do a little cosmetic change on that. A little easier to read. So we start out with the date up here. Then we have the particular, then we show the filtering metrics. Then we have our column headings here. So we can have the start time, the end time, the duration of the sessions, the client MAC address, the client's name, the host name, and we have device, the OS type. So this might be a good thing that you want to check, what type of OS people are using. Downlink, upload, AP name, and then the MAC address. So once again, you can store this for future reference, or you can slice and dice it and analyze the report so that you can make some network adjustments if you have to. So let's go back to our dashboard one more time. And this time, I'm going to go to the Users menu. And here it just shows various clients that we have on our network. So let's click on this Android device here, for example. You notice that it gives the client properties, and if I scroll down on this, it gives client information in the last 24 hours. It shows a traffic trend. It shows the top 10 applications by traffic volume, and it gives an event history and a session history. So if for some reason I want to export this, I would go up to the export function, and I'm going to give it a folder here, export this. It'll download this. Now notice it's going to download this as a zip file. So now I'm going to go to that folder, and I'm going to unzip that file. And now if you look into the unzipped file, you're going to see separate .csv spreadsheets for client properties, event history, historical statistics, informational access session, and the top 10 applications. Let's look at this one, for example. We'll go ahead and open this one up, and we'll go ahead and do some cosmetic changes on that. So here we have the top 10 applications, and this gives the application name. So we have Dropbox, miscellaneous, and you can see the various different applications. Now remember, this is for a unique client. So if I go back to my dashboard, I went on this particular client. So this is client-oriented here. And so if I had a particular client, maybe there was something going on. Maybe there was a lot of bandwidth that was being used, or maybe there were constant errors that were happening, or maybe there was a question of some of the applications this particular user was using, and this might be something that you would just want to export for future use. So as you can see, it's easy to filter and export the top clients and the session inventory reports and the unique user data as .csv files for record keeping using the Ruckus Cloud Wi-Fi Portal Analytics tab and the Users menu.